The Maryland Zoo recently welcomed a new chimpanzee to their troop, and last weekend we finally found out her name. Joining us this morning with the Maryland Zoo is Pam Carter and little Maisie. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, she couldn't be any cuter, could she?
She's pretty adorable. Yep.
Oh man, tell us all about Maisie. How much does she weigh? Exactly how old is she?
Right now she weighs about a little over 3 kilograms, which is right around 7 pounds. She's 2.5 months old, and she was born at the Oklahoma Zoo. And the best place for her would be with her mom, but unfortunately her mom was not unable to take care of her. So we have a female here that has been known to raise other chimpanzee babies that aren't her own. So it was determined that the best place for her was to come here. We can teach her to be a chimp for these few months and then hopefully get her back with the troop and learn how to be a chimp with a chimp mom as soon as possible.
And so how is she doing? How is she doing with the substitute sort of chimp mom? And she seems to love you very much.
Oh, it's okay. She's doing great. So we're here around the clock, making sure she has everything we need. And we have like a little fur shirt here. So if we're carrying her around, we need to teach her how to hang on to this fur.
Oh, wow.
Because, chimps are pretty active and they can run around a lot, and she needs to make sure she's hanging on to her new mom. So we are doing our best to teach her how to be a chimp and not to be a human.
Well, and
And
that's
she's
got
doing
to be
great.
kind of
She's
hard.
learning
Sure.
how to stand. You can see how strong she's getting.
She's so strong. Look at her. So how do you get her? You say not to be a human, but yet you're having so much human interaction with her. Is that going to just make her, I guess, easier to deal with when she gets in with the other chimpanzees, or is there anything detrimental about this?
Certainly it's not ideal. If she was with her mom, it would be better, but we are just trying really hard to vocalize to her like the chimps would vocalize to her. Um, and we get her around the chimps as much as possible so she can smell them and hear them and they can see her. And we're hoping Abby, who's one of our chimps who has actually done this before with other chimps, is going to take her, and she is very interested in her. So fingers crossed that it'll all work out just fine.
How is she eating?
She's eating great. So she eats about every 3 hours round the clock. So that keeps us pretty busy, but she does eat really well, and she seems to gain weight almost every day. So
Is she just on milk, or is she eating other things? What else look, we all know they love bananas, but what else do they eat?
right now she's just on milk. So she is actually on a human baby formula, and we probably won't try solid foods with her till she's about 3 or 4 months old. And they're omnivores, so they eat all kinds of fruits and vegetables. Some chimps in the wild may hunt and eat meat, but most chimps in zoological facilities, eat fruits and vegetables and browse. So we've got some browse here to kind of get her used to that kind of stuff as well.
Okay, face it, Pam, this has to be like the most fun part of your job, right?
It's a pretty incredible experience for us all to have. I've actually had the pleasure of doing it before. So I've done it a few times. I've been in the field for a long time. So I have had the pleasure of doing it before, and to see the baby actually go back with the chimps and a chimp mom take it and teach it how to be a chimp is actually the most rewarding part of it.
Well, and you've got like a little exercise set up for her there. Has she been learning how to climb the ropes?
She's learning. She's not quite there yet. But you can see she's kind of working those legs out and learning how to stand up. And what we need her to do is learn how to crawl. So we have a few milestones she needs to reach. And as soon as she reaches those milestones, she's going to be a chimp. So she needs to be able to crawl. So if new mom chimp takes her and walks away with her, we need her to be able to come to us to get fed.
So how do you teach her how to do that? Do you do it just like you would a human baby, sort of give her incentives?
Yeah, kind of. Yep. And she's pretty strong-willed, so she kind of has a mind of her own, and she's just starting to be interested in different items and colors and stuff. So if she sees something she wants, she'll kind of try to wiggle her way over to it. So that's kind of the start of it. She'll, try to squirm across the floor and then try to stand up. And she's getting some teeth here too. So you can see she's wanting to chew on things.
She is, like, she's teething just like a baby would. She seems really lovable. Is she pretty cuddly?
She definitely likes to cuddle, and that is actually what she would do with her mom. So chimpanzee moms will carry their babies 24/7. So we do try to do that. Unless she's down here playing, we are carrying her with the fur shirt, teaching her how to hang on. And so yeah, they do depend on their moms for just about everything. And chimpanzees get rambunctious and they run around and they do settle disputes kind of by fight. So she needs to have her mom for protection. So we're kind of teaching her that as well.
So when she sleeps, what do you do in the overnight hours? So it sounds like someone's got to be with her all the time.
Yeah, we're here all the time. So we do have a cot/tent that we do sleep in, and she'll just settle down in there. And she actually does sleep pretty good throughout the night. And that's kind of her schedule that she would have. The troop here also sleeps. They actually go to bed pretty early, like at 6 o'clock, and they sleep through the night. So she settles, and then when she's hungry, she usually will wake up and let us know that it's time for us to feed her.
Well, I feel like, like her Aunt Jenny right now, and I might be a little biased, but she seems pretty smart too. Is she pretty smart?
I mean, chimpanzees in general are very smart. So yeah, they definitely develop pretty smart pretty quickly, and she's got to learn real quick, how to do things and how to function as a chimpanzee. So the sooner we can get her with her mom, the better that's going to be. And she's definitely developing really quickly. She's hitting all the milestones we need her to hit in a timely fashion. So that's great.
What a baby girl. And so what is your timeline for getting her with her new mom?
The timeline really does depend on the milestones. Ideally, 4 to 5 months would be the soonest we could do it, and the sooner the better. Sometimes, and I've actually been involved with Abby, who we're hoping will take her, and another baby. And the sooner you get her with Abby, the better. She likes them when they're still a little dependent on her, and so hopefully we can get her with her between 4 and 5 months.
And I hope this doesn't sound like a silly question, but do you give her kisses?
No. We wrestle with her like chimps would do. So they wrestle with each other and, groom her. So she gets used to being groomed, and you see she laughs, and she's laughing a little bit right now, which is normal. That's what mom would do with her. So we're really trying to focus on exactly what mom would do with her. So she transitions really quickly.
All right. Well, we'll give her air kisses then, because she's just as precious as she could be. I hope we get to check back in with you guys and see how she's doing. We'd love to track her progress with you.
That would be great. Yep.
Oh, fantastic. You made my day. I hope you made everyone else's day as well. Thanks for joining us this morning. And thanks, Maisie. And thanks, Margaret, for working the camera.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right. You guys take care.